Good morning, wisdom. How is everyone doing? It's literally right on the hour of 9 a.m. in the United Kingdom. How are you all doing this morning? This is Venicia Williams, the #1 prophetic empowerment coach in the UK. I'm the founder of the Power of Love Ministries, the author of the book Turning Point, How God Turned My Darkness into Marvelous Light, and the Power of Renewing Your Mind, which is a 21-day devotional designed to empower you, and to truly give you the key strategies to build your relationship with God and begin to build a positive mindset by creating positive daily habits to help you to get to where you need to be to definitely level up, I believe, in order to transform your life. It starts by the renewing of your mind. So that book is definitely dear to my heart because I have seen the impact that it has made on so many people's lives. So I'm truly thankful to God for that. I'm also the founder of Venicia Williams Empowers, which is where I do my one-on-one coaching, my master classes, and empower women to win not only mentally, but financially and professionally, in every single area of their life. I believe it's mind, it's body, it's spirit, and it is finances. I believe women can win in every single area of their life. But I'm just thankful to God that He has, made me open to the knowledge and the key strategies that is out there to truly win. And when I found, a vehicle, because what you got to understand, you got your goals, your dreams, your visions, but sometimes, and we're just giving everybody a chance to log on, the replay will be available. So, hey, replay viewers, thank you for joining. I love when my replay viewers send me a message on IG. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. Send me a message. Let me know that you was a replay viewer. I definitely want to hear your takeaways if you are not joining me on live right now. So, when you got your goals, your dreams, and your visions, sometimes in life, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, this is my goal. This is the ultimate goal. How am I going to get to that goal from where I currently am? And you got to be able to be flexible. You got to be able to be adaptable. And you got to realize that sometimes you got to use a vehicle. You got to find a vehicle that can take you to that next level. You got to find a vehicle that you can use as a tool to get you to your goal. So sometimes that might be by writing that book, and that book turns into that vehicle because you're producing multiple streams of income from that book. It may be partnering with a company that's got the education and the resources to help other people. So through you impacting, helping others, you're using that as a vehicle to create residual income. So you got to understand that you got to identify what is your vehicle in this season, because sometimes our vehicles change. And I have noticed that throughout my time in entrepreneurship and just really building multiple streams of income, that sometimes the vehicle changes and you got to be flexible. And I know what season that you're in. I remember there was a time where I enjoyed doing hair so much. I enjoyed, just seeing my customers, post their pictures with their new hairstyle, and they was buying virgin hair because I was a virgin hair supplier. And for a season, that was great. But after a while, I lost the passion for that. I lost the drive. So it felt like work to me. One thing I noticed is that when you're doing what you enjoy doing, it doesn't feel like work. And guess what? Literally my customers, my clients, they're always was phoning me for advice. They're always phoning me and saying, listen, V, this is what's happening. How I know that you're, a woman of wisdom, your counselor, this is taking place, that is taking place. And I would always pray and, just encourage and empower people, because that's my passion. That's what I love to do. And I will do that without even thinking about it. And that's when I dug deeper, because I already had my counseling and pastoral qualifications and so forth. And I dug a bit deeper. So I said, okay, let me add the life coaching onto it as well, and mindset. And I started really digging deep into that, because I knew that that's what people needed. They needed to get their mind in the right place if they would want to increase financially. Today's topic is women and wealth. And it goes, just to encourage the women on today, because I know how hard it can be sometimes when you're the mother, when you're the wife, when you're that person, that everybody turns to, and you don't have anywhere to turn. So I just really wanted to create the space on today to encourage you that, you can win in every single area of your life. And sometimes it doesn't have to be as hard as we make it. You got to find a tool or a vehicle that's going to work for you. And, a lot of time, 95% of people are just exchanging their time for money. So you got to be a part of the 5% and think about, when I got around my mentors, especially when it comes to financial literacy and creating multiple streams of income, I had to be coachable, teachable, and open-minded. I had to realize that at the end of the day, if I'm just having a job, is literally just being over broke. It's like my mentality, I just did really have that employee mindset, and I had to break that off of me. And there's nothing wrong with having a job, because I know many people that have a 9 to 5 and they're still building their business. They have a 9 to 5 and they become multi-millionaires from having their 9 to 5, having that as their vehicle, and knowing, how to grow their money from what it is that they were doing. So they spent, as much as they had their 9 to 5, they had their 6 to 10 too, where between 6 and 10 they was working on their business. They was working on their goals, their dreams, their visions, because they knew at the end of the day that they wanted more. So I'm speaking to, that I'm that person with that mindset, that what is out there that can truly, create multiple streams of income and passive income. What do I mean by passive income? As I was just sharing, and feel free to jump up on the stage and join me in this conversation. It is totally open. It's 9 a.m. now in the UK, and I know a lot of my USA followers will catch the replay of this. But I just wanted to sort of encourage you that through sharing my story. So, okay, I was doing the virgin hair. And I was also doing celebrity along with the virgin hair, because I started my target audience was a lot of people that was in the nightlife scene, the clubs, and influencers and so forth like that. So I also started doing celebrity style wear and so forth like that. So I've been doing this this was back in 2012 when virgin hair just started. It was just the thing. If you ain't got no Cambodian, no Brazilian, no Peruvian, you weren't saying nothing, okay? And Instagram really started to pop with that, and I leveraged that, and I leveraged also my clientele. And as I said, after that, I definitely dived more into empowering people, because I realized that the amount of money I was making doing hair and being a hair supplier, that at the end of the day, it was not fulfilling me. It was not fulfilling me because it wasn't my passion. It wasn't a part of my purpose. That was just the vehicle to generate some income so that I could invest in me. And I spend a lot of money in investing in myself. That was the key where my life started to be transformed, and I understood the power of wealth, because wealth is not just financial. Before I got into the place where I was wealthy, financially wealthy, I had to generate and create a wealthy mindset. Who am I speaking to today? I had to create a wealthy mindset. So I had to be open to wealth by creating a wealthy mindset, by breaking limitations off of my mind and beginning to speak about myself differently, and beginning to believe for more, believe bigger, and surround myself with the right people that were where I aspired to be. So that's why I got a mentor, I got a coach, and I began to be teachable and trainable, because they had the results that I wanted. I would exchange bank accounts with them, and a lot of times we want to take financial advice and business advice from people that you wouldn't necessarily exchange bank accounts with. So they were where I wanted to be. So I definitely spent a lot of money when it comes to personal development, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to investing in myself. My personal development is key to me, because I know that if I'm continuing to grow as a person, then guess what's going to happen? My income's going to grow as well. So that's one key thing as well, women of wealth, to make sure you invest in your mindset. Make sure you're doing the things. And you may be at a place right now where you're in between your millions and you're saying to yourself, I can't afford a mentor. I can't afford to go to these seminars, but at the end of the day, guess what you can do? If you don't even have the money to buy the books, you can listen to the audios. There's so much audios available even on YouTube that's going to help to increase your mindset, that's going to help to build up that resilience and that confidence that you need to become who you were called to be, and begin to live life and live it more abundantly. But at the beginning, you gotta do the basics. So you gotta start reading the right book, getting yourself, around the right environments and the right people, and realize that you're actually, because listen, you're gonna have to have confidence. You're gonna have to have confidence to create wealth, especially if you're in network marketing, or you're doing something that involves you having to contact people and relate to people. You have to be relatable. You have to be confident and realize that at the end of the day, you cannot afford to be in the same place. So I really truly want to just come on today just to share, that there's so much power in knowledge, but I believe that there's even more power in applying the knowledge that you have received. Application is key. Application is key to improve, your life. To improve your life, you gotta be willing to not, because a lot of time we can consume so much information, but we're not necessarily taking the steps. So even throughout my one-on-one coaching sessions, I always, by the end of the session, one of my key things is what is going to be the action steps. What can you do today to make a change? And sometimes it's just the small things, and a lot of times we think of, okay, this is the grand goal, and then we get so overwhelmed with this is the goal and focused on where we currently are, that we're not realizing that, hold on a minute, I know that's the goal, but okay, then let me step away from the goal a little bit, and what targets can I set today? What can be my targets this week, this month, to get me closer to my goal? Because if we continue to do these little targets, these little habits that we can put in place. And sometimes it's just having that schedule. Sometimes it's just reorganizing our lives so that it's conducive to our growth and we make time for income producing activities. Because a lot of time we say we don't have the time because we don't make the time. And if we prioritize what is important to us, you can be a woman of wealth too. Who am I speaking to on this Winning Wednesday? Because I want to speak to a few women and a few men on here today that's really wanting to win in life, meaning you want to win financially, you want to win spiritually, you want to win personally, and you want to win physically, because health is important too. Health is our first wealth. And I firmly stand by that. And I'm taking you on this roller coaster journey of my entrepreneurship life. But I feel that it is so key, because sometimes you see somebody and you see the results, you see the life that they may be living, but you don't know that there was a process to get to where they are. And a lot of times we don't share the process. Listen, there was many ups and downs, but guess what? I had the mindset that I'm not going to fail. Listen, even if this thing that I start, even if it don't work out, I'm going to learn something from this. And throughout my journey of even the different jobs that I had, it gave me the skills and the experience that I needed for what I was literally called to do. So I definitely love coaching. I love empowering people. I'm also a minister. So at the end of the day, it all goes hand in hand for me. It's all about empowerment. If I'm not empowering spiritually, I'm empowering mentally, or I'm empowering professionally, and helping people to be able to build their business, helping them to be able to have the confidence that they need. And for me as a faith believer, faith is my currency, because a lot of times I had to do it by faith. Listen, against all of the mocking, against all of the, here she goes again, what she's selling this time, oh, here we go again, oh, you joined something new again, or, and it was just me trying to find my flow. And you may be in that place where I was trying to find my flow. So I was trying to find a vehicle that was going to work for me so that I could get to the ultimate goal. And the ultimate goal was financial freedom. The ultimate goal was I need to get back my time, because I don't want, my children to be raised in daycare. I want to be present. I want to be there. I want to see when they come from, school. I want to be present, because I got to realize that time, it was my time that I needed back, because I was tired of exchanging my time for money. I was tired of doing things that had to take me being there to be able to generate income. Who am I speaking to today? Feel free, if you would like to come up on the stage and just share. We're talking about women, wealth, ways to build multiple streams of income. I'm just sharing a bit of my journey through entrepreneurship, through network marketing. And I'm just sharing with you on today just to encourage somebody, because you might be at that place where you're thinking, oh my God, this is just not working for me. I'm not a people person. And you start to tell yourself all of these lies. No. What you got to understand is that that may be the wrong vehicle for you, and you just need to find a different vehicle. You may be trying to drive this vehicle, and this vehicle is manual, but you could get in the same vehicle that's automatic and begin to drive like you've never drove before and reach your goals, your dreams, and your vision. So you got to find a vehicle that works for you. And sometimes it takes you going through different avenues, connecting with different people, but being open to new opportunities and not thinking everything's a scam. Knowing the power of investing and multiplying your money. Because guess what? I was sharing with a young lady the other day that I was horrified. I was horrified at what the banks was doing with my money. I was horrified. That I'm having my money sitting in the bank. The bank is trading and investing my money and wanting to to give me a 1% return at the end of the year? Are you kidding me? I looked at one of my children's, I don't know if anyone could relate to this. So I was looking at my children, when they're young, you open up these saving accounts for them, and I was putting money in there. And I'm looking at all the deposits, and I'm looking at this money that they said to me that's going to be growing. And it's practically the same as what I invested. I was like, hold on, what is happening here? Because I'm not seeing no growth. I'm thinking, I am not seeing no growth. What is happening? What is happening? And when I looked at how my children's portfolio that I started to build in investing in certain cryptocurrencies, I'm saying, hold on a minute. I'm now seeing the power of compounding, because I'm now seeing growth. I'm now seeing growth. The money is multiplying and it is growing. I'm getting 5% interest daily. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And the bank wants to give me 1% a year? What kind of bondage was I in? But it was because I had a limited mindset. And I got caught up in the system, how the system wanted to program me. So I had to be getting around the right people to begin to reprogram my mind, to begin to retrain my mind and open me up to get out of the 95% where I feel like it's just, I'm going to be exchanging my time for money, or I'm going to just keep my money in the bank. No. That's not going to create wealth. That's not going to create generational wealth. That's not going to create financial freedom. Does anybody want to speak with me today? I'm just sharing. So I think it was along with, when COVID hit, and I was doing, just before COVID hit, I went on a health and wellness mission that, I wanted to not only improve my mindset, but I wanted to really start to begin to improve, my health. I wanted to become healthier. I wanted to be that example for my children, that I'm giving them the right things to eat that's going to give them nutrients and build up their immune system and all of that great stuff. Just literally before COVID hit, one of my clients introduced me to what she was doing, and I just wanted to support her. So I got these products from her, and have you ever got the products from people and they just sit on the counter for days and months, and you're like, and they are then randomly, this is why the follow-up is so important. And if you're in somebody that's in network marketing, in health and wellness or something like that, the follow-up is so key. So one of my clients that I was coaching sent me these products and said, oh, just try these products. I want your review, on these products. And there were some health products. And I was like, okay, no problem. And she's like, oh, you're going to drink this tea. You're going to feel so great and take this. And she went through everything. And I was like, okay. But, when life gets busy, I had these products just sitting at the side for so long. And then she messaged me and she's like, oh, how did you get on with the product? And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I have not even taken these products yet. But I said, okay, let me take these products. So I began to, it was from Total Life Changes. So I took the product. I started drinking the tea and what she said and the multivitamin, and I started to feel good. I'm not gonna lie. And I continued to drink it, but I didn't see nothing happening. Me personally didn't see. So I just drank it, and went on about my day. And she said, just drink it daily and so forth. So I done what she said to do. And then I was going, then everybody started saying, oh my gosh, you're losing weight. Oh my God, he's looking so good. And I'm thinking, have you been working out? What's going on? And I was like, well, I ain't been doing nothing. I haven't been doing nothing out of the ordinary. And I was like, oh my God, it must be the tea. It must be the tea. So I started to take this thing seriously. Now I started to do some research, and I started to see all these people losing weight becoming more healthier, creating a healthy lifestyle throughout this process. And I was like, oh wow, if the tea works, let me go and see what else they got. And I started to get the things that was beneficial to me. And I ended up becoming a distributor, because so many people was asking me, what are you using? You know, how can I get it? So I said I said to her, she was like, oh, I know that you're doing your coaching and everything, but there's another way you can generate income, because every time somebody buys something from you, you can get $20 per product. And I was like, wow, that don't sound bad. She says you get your own website, everything. So I was like, okay, that don't sound bad. So I became a distributor for that company. And still a distributor today. So I became a distributor for that company. And that's another way of how I got passive streams of income, because when people click the link, and get the health and wellness products, I'm making money in my sleep. I'm waking up to income. Okay? So this is what I'm saying about sometimes it's good to be open to other opportunities, especially if it's something that you've tested, you've tried, and you've proven, and you're going to talk about it anyway. I was talking about it anyway because of the results that I received from using these products. So I became a distributor, and it was great. And then COVID hit, and I'm telling you, that business just blew up because everyone wanted multivitamins, and they were liquid, and it was hitting their system right away, and their children was having it. And there was so much things that was beneficial to health, you know, chaga and all these different things. And that business literally blew up. And guess what happened? My coaching business died down in the midst of COVID. But that business that I was willing to get involved in as an opportunity, even though I was doing something else, I'm trying to show you about how it's important to be adaptable, how it's important to be open to other streams of income, because there's a time and a season for everything. So when COVID hit, guess what happened? Nobody wanted to be doing the coaching anymore. The coaching business died down. I was making income from it, from my VIP clients and so forth like that, but it wasn't generating income like it was before. But guess what? The side hustle, hello? Who am I speaking to? The side hustle started to blow up because everybody was buying products. I was waking up to money. I was like, wow, what's going on here? So I started to speak about it more. And I started to speak about it more because I was a product of the product. Everybody wanted the results. So that's where my health and wellness journey came in. And that's literally when I got into seeing the power of network marketing and having a product that people need, and you have a website where they can click and buy it. And the company deals with it's like drop shipping. The company deals with all the customer service. They ship the products. I do not deal with none of that. All I done was share my experience using the products, and I was able to generate income that way, and still do up to this day. Okay? But I also got into, because does anyone else want to share? I would love to hear from you, because you know me, I'll talk for England, okay? But I hope this is encouraging you. Let me see some claps if this is encouraging you on today, just to be open, you know, to opportunity. And you never know the time and the season. So it's important that sometimes you don't know what God is doing when he's opening you up to a certain opportunity or connecting you to certain people. You don't know what the future holds. So at the end of the day, I did not know that COVID was going to hit. I did not know we was going to be in a whole pandemic and people was just going to be stuck in their houses. I was going to be stuck in the house with my children. Come on. Not being able to go out coaching, not being able to go out and minister. Come on, the speaking engagements died down. I was no longer traveling and ministering and teaching and building. I could not do that anymore because I was bound to my house. I had to learn how to begin to really generate wealth off of Wi-Fi. Women of wealth, where are you on today? I had to learn how to generate income off of Wi-Fi because I had to be in my house. So now I was making this money. I'm thinking, how am I going to increase the money? How am I going to increase the money? How am I going to multiply the money? So that's when I was investing from 2020. From 2020, I was investing in cryptocurrencies and so forth. That's when I really started. Well, say 2019, the ending of 2019 is when I really started, because I heard cryptocurrency. And let me tell you, I did not even know what it was. I said to my brother, what is cryptocurrency? What is it? And he's like, oh, it's like digital money. And I was like, digital money? I think you need to invest in that. But guess what? In the beginning of 2019, when I heard it, I went invested in it myself. So then I started doing some more research and connecting with some people and beginning to learn, and started investing towards the ending of 2019 and 2020. I started investing into cryptocurrency, learning the different ways to invest as well, where I can compound, where I can just invest and hold long term. But then, being home with COVID, with the COVID situation, and being stuck in the house, I decided I'm going to learn a new skill. So I started really taking the time out to learn how to trade, and I began to learn how to trade the foreign exchange market. At that time, when we was in the midst of the pandemic, I learned a new skill. So this is why knowledge is power. And at first, I was like, wow, I'm killing it. Then guess what happened? What you got to understand, anybody that trades, you got to understand. I got the traders on the line today. So you got to understand, it's 80% mindset, 20% skill. 80% mindset and 20% skill. And you've got to be understanding that you are learning a skill. So at first, I must have got lucky streak, because I was just hitting the TPs. And then I thought, okay, I can do this. And then I stopped listening to the educators that knew exactly what they was doing, because I was the student. I started thinking that I can do this. I can do this. This is easy for me. You just got to press a few buttons, copy and paste, and that's it. No, it doesn't work like that. So I ended up blowing my account for you don't even want to know how much I blew my account to. I got my account to almost 20K and literally blew everything, chasing a losing trade. Could you believe it? So I did not get discouraged though, even though I blew that account, my live account, okay? Even though I blew that account, I said to myself, because remember, I grew the account from $1,000 up to 19K, okay? Almost 20K. And I blew that account, meaning I was chasing with it, losing trades. I'm thinking, it's going to turn around. The trade is going to drop down and end up blowing my account. So I took it as a lesson, not a loss, because I said to myself, now if I had the ability to make it, even though I lost it, if I had the ability to make it, then I know that there's power in this tool. And I know this tool can definitely change lives, but I need to see it working for me and changing my life first. So I took the time out to really become educated into it and listen to the teachings and learn the skill and develop the mindset to be able to truly understand the market and not only profit when the market's going up, profit when it's going down, knowing how to compound my account and to truly begin to realize that this is not a quick get rich quick, but this is how am I going to maintain this and what's my daily goal, having my trading plan and making sure I'm doing the things that I need to do, remaining coachable, always being a student, listening to the live educators, connect to a platform that is going to teach me the financial literacy that I need, that the professionals with the results that I want are going to guide me through this. And that's really started to begin to profit in the market. Listen, and now that's why I help other women to win using Wi-Fi. But I tell them, listen, this is not a get rich scheme. This is not you're gonna become a millionaire tomorrow, but you definitely can become financially free if you take the time out to, number one, learn the skill. Number one, have the right mindset, because guess what? My mindset weren't right at the beginning when I was losing. When I was losing, okay. I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna turn around. Why? Because I was not having the right risk to reward. I was over leveraging, and when I began to really listen to the trainings, I was like, oh my God, if I really listened to this before, I would have avoided those lessons that I had to learn the hard way. So I would say it's definitely something to think about. If you want more information about it, please do feel free to contact me via direct message. I am a part of a company that does provide financial literacy to help you to not only make money, manage your money, and also invest it too. So you're guided along the way with people that have been extremely, extremely successful in doing so. So would anybody like to share? So that was a part of my little entrepreneurship journey, but the whole essence of the conversation today is not to give up. Is not to give up, because you will eventually find something that works for you, that you enjoy doing. I love learning. I love growing, and I also love helping other people too. I'm what you call the opportunity connector. I believe sometimes God allows me to get involved in these different opportunities so that I could be a voice to help somebody else. I can connect somebody else. Oh, why not try this? Because a lot of time, especially in ministry, a lot of people come and they are struggling financially. So now I can help build up the kingdom and generate kingdom wealth by saying, look, this is what you can do. This is what you can be a part of, that's going to help you to get the understanding that you need and the skills that you need to be able to begin to generate generational wealth, and also help the next generation do the same. Like my 14-year-old daughter knows how to trade. She understands what it is. She understands about investing. So, at the end of the day, sometimes we've got the children, they're playing Roblox, they're playing Fortnite, they're playing all of these different games, but you can actually help them to be able to generate wealth by understanding what is the metaverse and getting into this world, and building a digital empire. So it's fun. I've only been in it a couple of years now, so I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But at the same time, I'm helping other people win using Wi-Fi. I'm helping them to be able to build up their faith, build up their families, and build their finances. And it don't feel like work to me, because it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that I enjoy doing, impacting and empowering people, and just hearing the testimonials. That's what it is for me. Just hearing somebody say to me, oh wow, I turned this $300 into $500. I turned this 500 into 1,000. You understand? It's the small wins that count, because it's those small wins that open up your mind to be able to gain those big wins. Because if you can turn 500 to 1,000, you can turn 1,000 to 10,000, because it's the same principles. It's exactly the same principles. So would anybody like to share on today? We're talking about wealth. We're sharing on wisdom. I just shared a bit of my journey with you on today. It's been a roller coaster, but in everything I've learned, I've grown, I've been open to such great minds, that have been able to stretch my thinking to a whole nother level, been able to really increase the capacity of my mind to think, wow, because wealth is a whole different language. It's a whole different language. Now I speak differently to me. I am wealthy. I am, generating wealth from multiple streams. I am an investor. I have multiple properties in multiple places. I have the power to gain wealth. My language is different. The way I speak to myself is different. So it all comes back down to the mindset. It all comes back down to the mindset. And think about it. Think about it. If something's gone wrong with your plumbing, are you gonna be calling the electrician? Are you gonna be calling the financial advisor? No, you want a plumber. You want somebody that's an expert in that. If your car ain't working, are you gonna call the plumber to fix your car, or are you gonna take your car to the main manufacturer? So we gotta make sure we're getting the information from the right places. Because if I listen to people, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't accumulate what I have accumulated now. I wouldn't. I would have been stuck in doubt, stuck in fear, stuck in I don't think it's gonna work. But guess what? When I was willing to try, I tried a few things until I found something that began to work for me, and I saw the power in it. I saw the results in it. And that's what I wanted to encourage you today. No matter what it is that you are doing, you may have that main goal, but do not be afraid to use another vehicle to be able to help you to fulfill your goals, your dreams, your vision, to get you to that next place. Maybe the vehicle is something that's going to be producing passive streams of income for you so that you can have the finances that you need to build your business, to buy that home, to buy that car. A lot of times we've got our phone. Our phone's a liability. Our phone is a liability. It's not an asset because we're paying that bill every month, but we're not generating no income from it. You're on social media 24/7. You don't have a link in your bio that's making you money. This is the time that everything is digital. You got to understand that jobs are being replaced by robots. You got to wake up. Wake up and see what's going on. I don't want you to be left behind. I definitely don't want you to be left behind. So today, let me know if anybody else would like to share their journey. I would love to hear from you today. We got 10 whole people on the line. We got 10 people on the line. Let me know if you would like to share your journey, because I definitely believe in the power of sharing our testimony, sharing our journey through transparency. If some of my leaders, some of my mentors weren't transparent with me, I would not be where I am today. And it takes you being humble, it takes you being teachable and trainable to truly get to that next level and being open to help. I need help. I need help. I need the results that you have. And I am not going to leave you. I am here and I am here to stay, okay? Like, I speak to one of my mentors almost every single day. Why? Because he has the results that I want. I want to know how do you spend your day? I don't just want to see the decimals in your bank account. I want to know, how did you get there? What was your challenges? How did you overcome those challenges? What books did you read? What's your daily routine like? How do you maintain your wealth? That's what I want to know. Sometimes we get around people, we ask them the wrong questions. You just want to take a selfie when you should be trying to get into their mind so that you can learn the principles and begin to apply those principles so you can start getting results in your life. So I hope this blessed somebody on today. You see, ladies, gentlemen, I get really passionate. about this, because I learned that at the end of the day, when you have an investor's mindset, it's like now you use your money to make more money. It multiplies, it grows, it increases. So think about, what is the goal for yourself? What is your goal? Because some of us, we still got the same goal from 2021. And now you're in 2022. That what can you do? What targets can you set now to be able to get you closer to your goal, to get you a step closer? What can you do? What can you do? Think about it. And if you need one-on-one coaching sessions, feel free. If my voice is igniting something within you and you want to invest in yourself today, then make sure you reach out. The service is there to help to empower and equip you to get you to that next level. But you got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to be consistent. You got to be willing to be coachable and trainable and committed to do this. Committed to do it. So I definitely want to open it up. If anybody would like to share on today, please feel free to do so. We're talking about wealth on Wednesday. We are talking about wealth on Wednesday. You know, that don't, like, access is granted right now. So take advantage of it. You're going to gain access to new information so that you can get new results. A lot of time we keep doing the same old thing and we expecting new results. No. You got to open up yourself to new information. Get financial advice from people that are qualified. Remove those limiting beliefs. Remove those limiting beliefs and begin to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I deserve more. I deserve more. I deserve more. So guess what? I'm going to do what I need to do to get more. I'm going to invest in me. I'm going to invest in my personal development. I'm going to invest in my spiritual growth. I'm not going to remain the same place. I'm going to be willing to do what I need to do to work on me. Hope this is encouraging somebody on today. Let me know. Let me know if this is encouraging you on today. I know I'm going to connect to some women that are going to be willing to turn their smartphone into an asset that's going to begin to generate income for them. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? I've got 50-year-olds, 55-year-olds that are realizing that, hold on, they was working at this job all this time and they're not even getting a pension. But now they found a way out. They found a vehicle. They found a tool that literally they're going to just be committed to learning, pressing a few buttons from their phone and being able to generate income. So they're making money the smart way, not the hard way. They're turning their phone into an asset, not a liability. They're open to new information, new knowledge, and they're willing to apply it to their lives. We're in a digital era. We are in a digital era. It's time to build a digital empire and create generational wealth and teach our children how to do the same thing. Because they don't listen to what you say at times, but they watch what you do. They watch what you do. They watch what you do. I'm telling you, how do I know this? Why? Because when I wrote Turning Point, how God turned my darkness into marvelous light, 6 months later, my daughter read her book, Living with Diabetes from a Child's Point of View, because she saw her mother writing. She saw her mother turning her test into a testimony, helping and sharing others. She saw when I was doing the Zoom calls. She saw when I was doing them one-on-one sessions with people, and they were saying, oh my God, your testimony really inspired me. Reading your book really helped me. So when she was getting bullied at school, and I had to take her out of school, and she was at home, she says, Mom, I want to write a book. I want people to understand about my diabetes because they do not understand. I want to help other people that are newly diagnosed with diabetes. So she wrote her book, Living with Diabetes from a Child's Point of View. And she shared her bullying story in there, where she was being bullied at school because the children did not understand. And they were unhappy with their own lives, so they was taking it out on her. She understood that it had nothing to do with her. She was not at fault. And she used those wounds and turned them into wisdom and began to speak light and began to empower and encourage other children that could relate. Even parents I have saying, oh my God, the book is so informative. I didn't know this. So your children, they look at what you are doing. Not necessarily what you are saying, but what is it that you're doing? Because like, I remember, if you're an 80s baby, you can remember some of the parents, they used to say, don't do what I do what I say. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I'm watching what you are doing. So she was able to write her book because she saw me writing. It ignited something in her to make her think that I have the ability to write too. I can produce a book too. My mum's written books. I can write books too. My mum encourages and empowers other people. I can help somebody too. That's when she wanted to start her YouTube channel. She was like, I want to speak about, advice for teens. And she's been watching her YouTube channel for so long. And I was like, listen, what are you going to be going on YouTube to do? This was like when she was 10, 11. So by 12, she wrote a book and she was like, I'm going to be talking about my book. I was like, okay, let's create the channel. Now you got a product. So do you understand the way how we can help to change our children's mindset to break off limitations by being the example? Would anybody like to share? Because it is almost 10 a.m. I have been on here since 9 a.m. just conversating with you, sharing my story, empowering you. Like whatsoever, even if it doesn't have to be the opportunity that I'm sharing with you today. No, but maybe there's something out there that you can do. Do your research. See what's going to work for you. Don't be afraid to try something new. Because maybe that's going to be the thing that's going to work for you. Now I can pick and choose. I can pick and choose when I want to do coaching. I don't have to chase the bag. The bag's chasing me. Hello? I don't have to chase the bag anymore. The bag is chasing me. I can turn down clients. I can say I'm unavailable because I've now got the time that I can say I want to spend this time with my children. I want to spend this time doing the things that I love. I want to spend this time traveling. I could be traveling. I could be going visiting my mum in Jamaica and still making money through Wi-Fi. Hello? Still making money through passive streams of income. My investments will still be growing. Hello? So what am I saying to you today? Be open to new opportunities. Be willing to find the vehicle that's going to work for you to get you to the next level. Even though you may have your ultimate goal and dream, sometimes you got to get into another vehicle to get you to the next place. Until you're ready to upgrade. Until you're ready to upgrade. Don't discard the vehicle that can get you from A to B, from B to C, while you're waiting on that and producing and saving and investing to get that vehicle that you do want. That's going to get you to Z. Are you going to wait and stay at A? No. You're going to continue to take a step forward, achieve those small wins, because ultimately it's going to take you to your bigger goal. Celebrate the small wins. I could have given up when I blew my account. And I'm telling you, I blew a couple accounts. But I didn't give up because I saw my mind was open. I wasn't focused on what I've lost. I was focused on what I gained. I had the ability to gain it. Even though I lost it, I took it as a lesson, and I said, how can I learn from this lesson? How can I learn from it so I don't keep doing the same thing again? Yes, there's always going to be risk. Yes, there's always going to be losses and wins. But at the end of the day, I'm not emotionally attached to it anymore, because I realize this is a skill, and I'm going to trust my analyst. And if it don't go my way, guess what? I live to trade another day. I hope this blessed you today. We're going to wrap up right now, but I pray that this encouraged you, me just sharing my journey, me just sharing a little bit about me. You know, a lot of time you're wondering, who is this lady? What does she do? What is she getting up to? Listen, I empower, encourage, equip other people through faith, finances, and just being open to new opportunities has helped me to get to where I am today. And I'm not even there yet. I am still developing. I am still growing. I have still got some big goals, some big dreams, some big visions. Because guess what? Once you start to get around the right people, your dreams and goals, they expand. Your dreams and goals expand because you're open to more. You're open to more. It's just like the person that goal was 10,000. Once they get to 10,000, they want to make 50,000. Once they get to 50,000, they want to make 100K. Once they make 100K, they want to make 1 million. Then they want to make multi-millions. Then they start, once they get into multi-millions, their language change. They start talking about the billionaire flow. Do you understand? Always growing, always developing, always expanding. Never, if you are at the same place, if you are at the same way of thinking, you are not growing, you are not developing, you are withering away. And you should be flourishing. You should be prospering. You should be evolving. There's no limitation to what it is that you can do. But it starts with you. You got to be willing. You got to be willing to put in the work. It's not easy. Some days I don't feel like doing it. By the end of the day, I remember the testimonies. I remember where I was. And I said, wow, well, I'm not there anymore. And I'm not going back there. So here, what? Let me get up and do what I need to do. Let me get up and do what I need to do. I created habits that help me to maintain the mindset that I need to continue on this journey. Because it's a journey. And every day you're learning more. And once you get to one place, God will open up your mind to a whole nother realm, a whole nother world of opportunities. And you're like, wow, now that he's given me this knowledge, I know I can feel that he's taken me to a new level. Because now he's given me knowledge to know what to do when I accumulate that. Now I know how I'm going to maintain it. Now I know how it's going to work for me, not against me, but for me. So be encouraged, be blessed on our wealth conversation today. If you'd like more of these conversations, make sure I see you tap in those hands. Clap those hands if you've enjoyed this. Clap those hands. And if you're on here, you've been on here and you want to tell me your greatest takeaway from this conversation on today, feel free to come up on the stage and share. I love connecting with people. I love conversating with people. That's why I love this wisdom app, because it feels like we're just on the phone, we're just talking. We just coaching, we just sharing, we just building, we just encouraging one another. So if you would like to share your takeaway or your wealth journey, please feel free to do so. I want to hear what's working for you, because a lot of times there's so much power in collaboration. We are not competing against one another, but we can collaborate and make something greater, because maybe someone that follows me needs what you have. So don't be afraid to come up and share what it is that you are doing. Don't be afraid to share what it is that's working for you. I'm just sharing what's working for me. But guess what? What's working for you, maybe one conviction. And there's so much power being confident in what you do and sharing what you do, because you don't know who needs what you have unless you begin to speak about it and be open to share what it is that you are doing. How is it that you are helping? How is it that you are serving? What is it that you have? What's your product? What's your service? What's your skill? How can we work together? How can we support one another? What help do you need? That's what community is about, building each other. Each one teach one. We build together. We are so much stronger. So it may not be today because we're at 10 a.m., but it may be another day. You may be watching the replay. Next time I'm live, and if we're having wealth conversation, we networking, don't be afraid to come up and share what you do. Don't be afraid to come up and share your services. Be encouraged to do so. Okay? So have a blessed, wonderful day. This is your empowerment coach, Venicia Williams. I am the author of the book, The Power of Renewing Your Mind, and Turning Point, How God Turned My Darkness into Marvelous Light. I am the founder of the Power of Love Ministries, also the CEO of Venicia Williams Empowers, where you can get your one-on-one coaching masterclasses, where I help equip, empower, and encourage women to fulfill their goals, their dreams, and their visions. So I'd love to connect with you. Make sure you slide in the DM, click the link, get to know more, and have a blessed, productive day. God bless you. Thanks again for tuning in, and make sure you share this broadcast with somebody that you love, somebody you want to see win, because guess what? When you win, I win, and we all winning together. God bless. Bye-bye.